Now, also at the same time, yesterday, we had the Canelo versus Munguia press conference. That's pretty much the sandwich right there. What did you think about that fight when it got announced, seeing them at the press conference and everything, and just the fact that it is going to happen?
Yeah, I'm excited for that fight. I'm happy for Munguia. He's been, calling Canelo's name. He's been wanting the opportunity to fight him. So I'm happy that's going to happen. It's going to be a big day in Mexico when it happens, and for all the fans too. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I think Canelo's gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a hard fight. I think it's gonna be a harder fight than people think it's gonna be.
Why do you think that? Why do you think it's gonna be a harder fight than most people expect it to be?
Because Munguia is strong and he's there to win, and he's been in some wars. Like he's been in some wars that help you grow, like the
Derevyanchenko fight. Yeah,
bro, that was.
If it wasn't a 12-round fight, he would have lost because it was originally set for 10.
Yeah.
And then it went to 12 and when he got the knockdown.
Yeah, dude. So, I think Munguia has definitely grown as a fighter. And, he has a chance. He really does have a chance. I do think Canelo's going to win, but Munguia still has a chance to win.
Now, of course, can't talk about that fight without asking about this one. The fact that it is Munguia and it's not David Benavidez.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
So, I think I would love to see the Benavidez fight. That's a very exciting fight in boxing. Maybe one of the biggest fights that could be made right now. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Everyone thinks that Canelo just doesn't want to fight, or they're not paying him enough money. That's just the word on the internet. But I really don't know what to say about it. All I know is I would like to see the fight. Canelo says he doesn't feel like that it would do anything for him. I think he would. I think he would if he would hypothetically beat David. I think that would be a big accomplishment, in my opinion. But it's we can't force things to happen. It's up to them. So.
I see things both ways. I see things Canelo way, and I also see, and I see it the fan.
And
I see what Canelo when he says, I fought everybody you said that I wasn't going to fight. Yeah. I fought Laura when you guys told me I wouldn't. Yeah. I fought Triple G 3 times. You said I wouldn't. Yeah. You guys told Mayweather he wouldn't fight me. He did. Everybody that you guys have put in front of me and said that I wouldn't fight, I fought. I understand that. I get that, and I agree with Canelo. But I also disagree with comments that he made yesterday, saying, like you said, that David doesn't bring anything to him. To expand on the comment, he said he doesn't bring anything to me other than being 25 pounds heavier than me on fight night. And also, I'd fight him tomorrow if I got paid $150 million or $200 million to do that fight. When fans hear that, myself included, and some media people would say, he's pricing himself out. You as a fighter, what do you think about comments like that?
So, I see it as a fighter and as a fan. I'm not in his position. I haven't fought all these guys. And, I'm in a position where, I do get... people talking about, oh, you should do this and this, and what are you telling me to do this and
like
that?
When Crawford told you fight Mean Machine before you could fight him.
Yeah,
right.
It's shit like that. Like, okay, well, I did that or whatever, but it's more of like fans saying, oh, you need to do this and do this. Like, what are you to tell me to do this? Yeah, you pay for the fights, but I'm the one busting my ass off. I'm the one in the ring taking the fights and shit. But at the same time, I see it as fight him. Like that's I don't know. It's
You wouldn't make comments like that as a fighter.
I don't think I would. No. I would just fight him. Yeah.
And Benavidez has a tough opposition too. He's fighting a Vazdik. Vazdik's a real good European fighter. Did his thing. I believe his only losses against Stevenson, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. But your thoughts on that fight? He's going up to 175 since he couldn't get, pretty much done at 168 other than Canelo.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the other guy, so I can't really say anything about it. But I got David Benavidez over pretty much anybody.
What about the hypothetical Canelo fight? Would that be
that's why I said pretty much. There's still,
yeah.
There's that fight's. I think that fight's a toss-up right now. I think David has the best chance out of anyone to beat Canelo, but Canelo's still Canelo. So I wouldn't count Canelo out against anyone, even David. It's not a fight that I would bet on.
Now, finally, your area, Dallas actually gets a really big... Well, Dallas actually gets 2 really big fights back-to-back in July. They announced Charlo versus Plant on July 13th.
Which one?
Jamal, the one that Plant slapped.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the one that Plant slapped. They announced that for July 13th, and on the 20th, you guys get Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
That's not a fight. That's not a fight.
Obviously, we got one major fight, considering
yeah.
the bad blood, everything that occurred, and everything at the Spence Crawford weigh-in. Your thoughts on that fight being made?
I think it's a good fight in the sense that they have beef, and it's gonna be entertaining. You know, the lead up's gonna want people to watch it. I think Caleb's gonna outclass him.
Really?
I think he's gonna outclass him. You know, I never watched a whole lot of Jamal. I watched more Jermell just because he was closer in weight. But I don't know. I don't know if he has it in him anymore. I'll just say it like that. I really don't. And Caleb has been on a good winning streak, and he's been looking good. So I think Caleb's gonna outclass him.
He had an entertaining fight with Benavidez Jr. on the Benavidez-Andrade card. He had an entertaining fight. So he showed some specs of what he was before. Obviously, he's been out of the ring for so long.
Yeah, he's been out of the ring, so I'll give him that. You know, but just from what I've seen, you know, I don't think he has. The fire's not there. You know, you can tell when the fire's out or when the fire's on. I didn't see any fire. Yeah, I saw skills, but the fire.
Gotcha. Okay,
you know
I
what
see
I mean?
what you said.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you see. Something's missing.
Yeah, something's missing.
Something was off. Now, your reaction to Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was weird. You know, I got it from Robert, and he was excited because he's like, "Wow, I just want to see it because it's Tyson. See what's left." But you're like, "That's not going to be a fight." Why do you think that?
It's not going to be a fight, man. He's too old. I mean, for me, it's just a circus. You know, it's a YouTuber fight. Yeah, Jake Paul's been. You know, he's been training, and I respect that he's been training and doing all this stuff as a real fighter should. I think that he gets a lot of hate for being built up as any other fighter would be built up. You know, they're not going to put him in against a fucking world champion 5 or 10 fights in, especially with the experience that he has. But at the same time, like, the fights that he's been doing are more YouTuber fights. Now, if you say it's a YouTuber fight, it's an exhibition fight, which I'm sure it will be, then treat it like that. Don't treat it as if, oh, I'm gonna fight the, you know, one of the most dangerous men in the whole world. Like, he's not the most dangerous man anymore. He's like 60, 50 or whatever. Like 57, something like that. Just say it how it is. Don't make it seem like it's an actual fight. You know, Tyson's still in his prime or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's the only problem I have with it. But I mean, hey, they're making money, so it's.
And it's gonna be live on Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That's the thing. It's live.
That's badass.
It's not pay-per-view or anything.
See, and I was looking at it as a fan perspective. It's still badass, you know. Jake Paul, I'm sure he's fucking excited as fuck. I would be too. But I'm looking at it as a fighter and a fan, bro. I see it more as a fighter. Like, don't treat it like a real fight. It's just show. It's not a fight.
And finally, let the fans know where they can follow you, get to know more about you, all your social media, just to continue following up.
Just follow me on Instagram and Twitter, just Vergil Ortiz. It's just my name, you know. And I post every now and then. I don't post a whole lot, but I try to post what I can. It's more of my story, you know, just dumb shit. I've been posting memes and stuff, you know. I'm like a half boxing account, half meme account.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's how pretty much everybody else treats social media anyways.
Yeah.
Final message you have for the fans.
You know, just stay tuned. We'll have something announced soon, hopefully by next week. We'll be back real soon, and just thanks for your continued support.
Thanks, my man. Thanks, Vergil.
Thank you.